Okay. So take the bolster and put the bolster toward the back of your mat. Seat just in front of the bolster, but leaving quite a bit of space between your buttocks and the bolster in order to have the lumbar spine completely relaxed. The end of the bolster have to be around the shoulder blades. Put your feet as wide as the mat. Knees touching. Okay. Pull the back of the head away from the shoulders. If you feel tension on the neck, you can also put a folded blanket just under your occiput, the back of your head. Slide the shoulder blades over the waist. Roll the arms outward to have the palm of the hand facing the sky. Close your eyes. And allow your body to soften. Relax your forehead, your eyebrows, and the skin between the eyebrows. Relax your eyes and let them sink deeper into the skull. Relax the skin of your face. Unclench your jaw and let your lips open slightly. Relax your throat, your neck and shoulders, arms, forearms and hands. Relax your back, the muscles of your back and your spine, vertebra per vertebra. Relax your belly and the wall abdominal area. Relax your hips, your groins, relax your legs till the very tip of your toes. Bring your attention into your breathing cycle and observe every aspect of your breath. Which part of your body moves the most, chest or belly? And if both moves, which one moves first? Observe without changing anything. Observe simply to know yourself. Observe the length of your breathing cycle. Inhalation and exhalation have the same length, or one of them is naturally longer. Observe the small pauses between inhalation and exhalation, and between exhalation and inhalation, the small moments where everything stops, even your breath. Become aware of the 4 phases of your breathing cycle. Inhalation, pause, exhalation, pause, and there too, observe. Is one of the 2 pauses longer? Observe also that your throat remain relaxed and open even during the pauses. Bring your attention to the chest and observe the effect of the bolster on your spine and on your chest. And start breathing deeper and deeper. Observe the rib cage opening to the side with every inhalation. Observe the ribs moving closer together with every exhalation. Keep a long, slow, and steady breath. Keep your attention to the chest and observe every small movement, both on the front of your chest, but also on your back. Observe if there's some tension somewhere around the chest. And still keeping this breath deep but soft. Observe also the movement of your diaphragm. Allow the belly to move in order to move the diaphragm, and observe if there's any tension rising around the diaphragm. Keep a long, slow, deep breath. Now breathing deeper and deeper on your chest, especially on your chest. Allow your chest to expand more and more. And when you reach your maximum, hold your breath. While holding the breath, relax all the muscles that are not needed. And observe. Observe the feelings, the emotions. Inhale deeply. Observe the help of the bolster on your chest, on the opening of the chest. Three more breaths. At the end of the third breath, go back to a normal breath. Allow your breath to become lighter and lighter, more and more subtle. Observe the body. Moving just a tiny bit now. And from your next breath, take control again. I start with the Loma 1 technique, the technique where you add some pauses during the inhalation in order to expand even deeper your chest and your lungs. So start inhaling and do a small pause. Keep on inhaling, pause. Keep on inhaling, pause. Keep on inhaling, pause, till you reach a full inhalation. At the end of the inhalation, Hold your breath. And just before the exhalation, inhale one more time. Inhale, pause. Inhale, pause. Inhale, pause. Inhale, pause. Inhale, pause. Till you reach a full inhalation. Hold your breath. And just before the exhalation, inhale one more time. Inhale, pause. Inhale, pause. Inhale, pause. Inhale, pause till you reach a full inhalation. At the end of the full inhalation, hold your breath. And just before the exhalation, inhale one more time. 3 more breaths. And try and relax all the muscles of your body while holding the small breath. Create of every small breath, of every pause, a small moment of peace where you can relax, even if it's just for a tiny moment. At the end of the third below my one technique, go back to a normal breath. Observe your breath becoming lighter and lighter, more and more subtle. Now, still keeping this position with the feet as wide as the mat. Slide the shoulder blades toward the waist even more. Pull the back of the head away from the shoulders to keep the spine as much as you can long. Inhale, and with the exhalation, push with the feet against the ground to lift the hips just a tiny bit. And stay there for 3 breaths. Relax the upper part of your body and just activate just the lower part of your body. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, lower your buttocks. Lift your arms up to the sky. Keep it parallel to each other. Palm of the hand facing the sky. Push the arms back into the shoulder socket. So push your arms straight back into the shoulder socket and move the shoulders away from the ears. Keeping those 2 movements active, allow the 2 hands to move toward the ground behind your head. Keep on pushing the arms back into the shoulder socket. When you reach your maximum, wherever it is, stay there for 3 breaths. Still keeping the arms back into the shoulder sockets and the shoulders away from the ears. 3 breaths. At the end of the third breath, really slowly, lift your arms up again. Now, bend your elbows and interlace your hands behind your occiput, the back of your head. Keep the shoulders away from the ears and allow the elbows to drop toward the ground, but just use the gravity. Okay, yes. Allow the elbows to drop down toward the ground, just using the gravity. Inhale. And with the exhalation, push with the feet against the ground and lift your hips just a tiny bit, just a few centimeters. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, allow your buttocks to drop down again and put your arms in cactus pose. So with the elbows aligned with the shoulders and the forearm parallel to the ground and parallel to each other. Even there, use just a gravity to expand your chest and stretch the front of your shoulders. Push the back of the head away from the shoulders. And breathe deeply. Your breaths. At the end of the third breath, push with the feet against the ground, lift your buttocks. Stay there for 3 more breaths. Still allowing the elbows to drop down toward the ground, but just using the gravity. At the end of the third breath, allow the buttocks to drop down again. Interlace the hands behind your head again. But now, bring the 2 elbows close to each other, like you want to wrap your head with your forearm. Keep in this position with the elbows close to each other. Use the arms to help lift the head, lift the shoulders, activate also your abdominal muscles. When you're ready to maximum, put your hands down on the ground and push with the hands to lift you up. Okay. Now, grab your knees. Okay. Walk back with your feet till you find your balance. Until you've found a stable position, a stable balancing position, close your eyes and allow your head to go toward the chest. Observe that when you breathe, your body moves back and forth. And actually, you can manage the balance of your body using your breath. Breathe deeper and deeper and observe that the movement of your body will become wider. Use your breath to control this movement. But keep this movement going. Don't stop the movement. Don't stop the energies. Really slowly lift your head, look just in front of you. Lift your tibias, roll the arms outward to have the palm of the hand facing the sky. Lift the sternum, shoulder blades down, 3 breaths, just 3 breaths. Relax your face and clench your jaw. At the end of the third breath, cross your legs and sit. Put your hands in front of your knees. When you inhale, tilt your hip forward, move your chest forward, but move your shoulders back in order to arch your spine. Use the arms to help you push the chest forward and move the shoulders back. Keep the head aligned with the shoulders, aligned with the spine. Exhale. Tilt your hip backward. Allow your spine to move round and look down. Allow the neck to lengthen. Inhale. Tilt your hip forward. Arch your spine. Push the chest forward and shoulders back. Keep the head aligned with the spine. Exhale. Round your spine. And stretch your back, your neck. Keep the arms completely relaxed. Inhale. Activate your arms and hands to help you arch your spine. Exhale. Round your spine and relax your body. One more time. Inhale. Arch your spine. Exhale, round your spine. When you round your spine, relax completely your arms, your hands, your shoulders. Yes. Okay, good. Now, lift the sternum, shoulder blades down, belly in, create circles with your hips and lumbar spine. Both on one side. And on the other side. Leave the sternum, shoulder blades down. Turn your chest to the right. Put your left hand outside of your right knee. Use a good grip to help you move the left shoulder to the right. So bend your elbow to move the shoulder to the right. Bend your right and left elbow and move the shoulder to the right. Use the grip of your hand to pull the shoulder to the right. Okay. Leave the sternum, even more. Shoulder blades down. Put your right hand over the bolster. Just over the bolster. Yes, okay. Lift the sternum, shoulder blades down, and look behind you. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, come back to center. Lift the sternum, shoulder blades down, turn to the left. Put your right hand outside of your left knee and use the right arm and hand to help you deepen the stretch. So bend the elbow to pull the right shoulder to the left. Leave the sternum, shoulder blades down. Untwisting, put your left hand right over the bolster. Look behind you. Keep on using the right hand to help you twist deeper. 3 breaths. And at the end of the third, come back to center. Put your hands over the knees and create again circles with your hips and lumbar spine. Okay, now take the bolster. Take the block. Put the block just in front of the bolster. I want you to sit over the block with your sacrum. Okay, I've lost you. Okay, that's good. Okay. The idea is just to keep the spine as much as you can straight over the bolster. But the head will be on the bolster. So sit with your sacrum over the block, laying down over the bolster, so you will be completely supported from the head to the sacrum. In case, you can also use 2 blocks under the buttocks, if it's more comfortable for you. Once that you have found this stability, put your arms in cactus pose. Push the head away from the shoulders. Stay there for 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, still keeping the forearm as much as you can parallel to the ground and parallel to each other. Move the elbows closer to the chest. So you will feel a different stretch on the front of your shoulders. Do it really slowly. Move the elbows close to the chest really slowly, in order to find the position where you can feel the deeper stretch. Keep on moving the elbows closer to the chest or away from the chest in order to find the spot where you can feel the deeper stretch. Once that you've found the spot, stay there. Keep the arms parallel to each other and parallel to the ground. Three breaths on your deeper stretch. At the end of the 3rd breath, keep on moving the elbows toward the chest and away from the chest to find again the spot where you can feel that your body has to stretch a little bit more. Become a witness of all the feelings of your body. And once that you found your spot, that can be the same as before, or it can change. Once that you found the spot, stay there for 3 breaths. And at the end of the 3rd breath, bring the elbows close to each other. Lift the arms up to the sky. And now, keep the arms straight. Allow the arms to drop down to the side. So open the arms to the side. Keep it straight. Don't bend your elbow. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, still keep the arms completely straight. Lift your arms again. Do it really slowly. Slower. Do it again. Because I want you to use the muscle in a really deep way. So do it really slowly. millimeter per millimeter. Okay, that's better. Okay, now keeping the arms parallel to each other, allow the hands to drop down toward the ground behind your head, still keeping the arms back into the shoulder socket. Same exercise that we did before, but with the sacrum supported by the bolster. Go to your maximum and stay there for 3 breaths. Push the back of the head away from the shoulders. At the end of the 3rd breath, again, really slowly, and with the arms completely straight, lift your arms again up to the sky. But take your time, do it really slowly with the arms completely straight. Okay. Now bend your elbows, cross the arm, interlace the fingers behind your head. Bring the 2 elbows close to each other. Use the arms to help you lift your head and shoulders. Activate your abdominal muscles to help this movement. Put your hands down on the ground and push. Okay. Move the bolster away. We're gonna use it again, but now just put it away. You're gonna need the 2 blocks. Put the first block in the 2nd position, so in the middle position, parallel to the long side of the mat. 2nd block is roughly, well, it's gonna be exactly where you put it before, but before you put it in the 2nd position, now I want you to put it in the 1st position, so in the lower one, and you're gonna use block just under the sacrum. Now, since you have this, let's say tension on your neck, prepare also a folded blanket or just a small pillow, or just something. But I want you to really listen to the messages of your body, because I want you to lengthen your cervical spine. So if you feel that maybe you don't need that, you can take it away. Okay? Okay, so put your sacrum right over the 1st block in the 1st position. Then go on your elbows and move the 2nd block in order to have the edge, the upper edge, in between the shoulder blades. So the block will support completely your spine, but the shoulders and neck will be able to drop down toward the ground without touching the ground. Just gonna move it a little bit more to the front of the mat because my cat is just blocking the view. Okay, so when we're working on the opening of the chest and the lengthening of the cervical spine, you really need to listen to the messages of your body. Remember that, especially in yoga, but in my opinion, everywhere, no pain, no gain is just bullshit. You have to play with your body. You have to understand where your body is working, but you don't have to feel pain. You have to feel the activation of your muscles. You have to feel that it is working, but your breath has to be relaxed. So in a certain way, you need to just play just over the edge of your comfort zone, not too far away. So the work will be more efficient because the muscles will be completely supported. They will have the oxygen that they need to work. Well, if your breath is not relaxed, if you hold the breath while doing the exercise, you will lack the oxygen on your muscles. So find your position, always listening to the messages of your body. Put your arms in cactus pose, so with the elbows in line with shoulders and the forearm parallel to the ground and parallel to each other. Push the back of the head away from the shoulders and observe that when you push a little bit more the back of the head away from the shoulders, you may feel the pressure of the edge of the blocks a little bit more intense. But keep your breath soft and easy. Three more breaths. At the end of the third breath, like we did before with the bolster, move the elbows closer to the chest, always keeping the two forearms parallel to the ground and to each other. Find your spot where you need to stretch a little bit more your chest and stay there for 3 breaths. At the end of the third breath, go back to the cactus pose, the normal cactus pose. If you have the forearm touching the ground, you can stay there. Otherwise, open the arms, straighten the arms a little bit more, just to give you a contact on the ground. Once that you have the arms touching the ground or the hands touching the ground, walk back with your feet closer to the buttocks and lift the feet. Keep the knee quite close to the chest, but keep it soft. Relax your feet. Relax your feet. Okay. 3 breaths. At the end of the third breath, straighten your legs up to the sky. 3 more breaths. And at the end of the third, bend your knees again. Put your feet down on the ground. Interlace the hands behind your head. Use the elbows and the arms to help lift your head and neck. Activate your abdominal muscles to keep on moving the shoulders up. Reach to maximum, put your hands down on the ground and push to lift your body up. Good. Now, tabletop position. Put your hands right under the shoulders, knees right under the hips. Create circles with your hips and lumbar spine, but allow this movement to move the whole spine. Both on one side and on the other side. Okay, keep your abdominal muscles gently activated. So push your navel toward the spine to lengthen the lumbar spine. Keep the lumbar spine long. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Walk forward with your hands to lower your chest. Keep the arms completely active. The elbows doesn't touch the ground. Push with the hands against the ground. Move the arms back into the shoulder socket. The sternum move forward and the shoulder blades move back. Allow the head to touch the ground. Keep on pushing the chest down, but the lumbar spine back. So tilt your hip backward to focus the opening on the upper part of your chest. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, walk back with your hands and sit on your heels. Put your hands over the thighs, lift the sternum, shoulder blades down. Create circles with your hips and lumbar spine. But now focus the movement just on hips and lumbar spine. Shoulders and head doesn't move. But just move really little. Keep the shoulders down. Relax the shoulders. Okay. Turn also on the other side. Oh, damn, it's late. Okay. Okay. I love working on opening of the chest. No, we still have time, don't worry. Still have time. But yeah, I thought that was a little bit early. No problem. So now take the bolster again. I'm gonna keep on working with the bolster. Put the bolster toward the middle of the mat and sit over the bolster. So now we worked quite a bit on the opening of the chest. So we're gonna do roughly the same movement that we did with the 2 blocks, but using the bolster. So it will be softer, it will be easier. And the idea to use the bolster is that with the blocks, you have more precision. So you can feel the body opening in the good direction. The bolster is softer. So it's not as precise as the block, but it will allow your body to relax a little bit deeper. And when your body is more relaxed, will work deeper. It's the same idea that I did before, that I explained before. When you do a movement, holding your breath, you don't put enough energy on the muscles. So the muscles will suffer the work. Well, if you breathe comfortably, the muscles will be completely oxygenated. So will work in a more efficient way. Same thing with a bolster. The opening will be the same, roughly, but it will be softer. So sit over the bolster, lay down over the bolster. The edge of the bolster will be in between the shoulder blades. Same thing that you did before. You can put the folded blanket under the back of your head in order to support your body. Keep your arms in cactus pose. But if it's a little bit too intense for you, you can straighten your arms to the side. It will be maybe a little bit easier. If it's still too intense, you can move the hands toward the hips. So find your position where you can feel the opening of the chest, but your breath is relaxed. Push the back of the head away from the shoulders. Close your eyes and stay there. The shoulders doesn't touch the ground, but are kind of hanging over the edge of the bolster. So you're going to use the gravity to help you opening the chest. Keep your eyes closed. Face, throat, and belly soft. Stay there. And now, still with your eyes closed, still with your body as much as you can relaxed. Breathe deeper and deeper on your chest. Allow the chest to expand with every inhalation. Observe the muscles of your rib cage activating to expand your chest. Observe the ribs moving closer together with every exhalation. Become aware of every small movement of your body. Three breaths. At the end of the third breath, like we did before, bring the knees closer to the chest, but find the easiest position for you. So don't push too much, but just observe that when you bring your knees closer to the chest, the lumbar spine lengthens. 3 more breaths. At the end of the third breath, roll on your right side, so drop down from the bolster, push with the left hand and sit up. Okay, now still using the bolster. Seat with the thigh perpendicular to the bolster. Now we're going to use the bolster to create a passive twist. So it will be a deep one, even there, because we can relax the body. So it will be the bolster to do the job. Now, you can adjust the intensity of the twist by moving the bolster toward the knee or toward the buttocks. The more it's toward the buttocks, the more intense will be the twist. So even there, you need to listen to the messages of your body. So start with a quite neutral position. So put the bolster, the middle line of the bolster, roughly on your hips, on the hip joint, actually. Okay. Leave the sternum, shoulder blades down. Turn the chest toward the bolster. Put your hands on either side of the bolster, and then tilt your hip toward the bolster. Right. Now with the hips tilted forward, tilted toward the bolster, bend your elbows and allow the whole chest to drop down toward the bolster. Allow the whole upper body to feel supported by the bolster. Turn your head back. Relax completely your arms. And observe the twist. If you feel that is not deep enough, push with the hands. Lift your body up. Move the bolster toward the back. More toward the buttocks. If it's too intense, move it toward the knee. And stay there, just relax. Allow the bolster to do the job for you. Relax completely the arms, the shoulders. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, push with the hands against the ground and lift your body up. On the other side. Again, keep the thigh perpendicular to the bolster. The traditional way to put your legs is with the what's called? Ankle. The upper ankle just in this crease of the feet. But not for all people is really comfortable. So you can also put the feet just outside of the other feet. Leave the sternum, shoulder blades down, twist. Put your hands on either side of the bolster. Tilt your hip toward the bolster. Keep on twisting while going down over the bolster. Turn your head back. Relax completely your arms, your shoulders. Relax completely your body. And let go. Stay there. If you feel some parts of your body that are not completely relaxed, use your breath and use your mind to relax it a little bit deeper. 3 more breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, push with the hands against the ground, lift your body up. Take the bolster again. Put the bolster on the front of the mat. Take everything you need to be comfortable in Shavasana. So take your, you can put the bolster just under the knees, so it will be completely supported. Blanket. You can also put a little weight over your belly, there's a little weight over the belly, will give a message to your mind that you are safe, so you can relax deeper. And on a physiological level, having a little weight over the bolster will help lengthen the lumbar spine, will help pushing the lumbar spine toward the ground. At the end of Shavasana, I'm going to chant mantra. And at the end of the mantra, I'm going to guide you out of the pose. Till that moment, just relax. Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Slowly, start moving your toes and fingers. Bring back the awareness into your body. Inhale deeply and exhale fully with your mouth. Release all tensions. One more time. Gently stretch your body. Bend your knees and roll on your right side. Stay on your right side for a brief moment before sitting comfortably for the chant of 3 Om. Keep your spine straight yet relaxed. Hands in Inanna Mudra or Chin Mudra. Thumb and index finger touching. Palm of the hand either facing the sky or the ground, whichever is more comfortable for you. Arms completely relaxed. Shoulders relaxed. Throat relaxed. Face relaxed. Keep your eyes closed. And just stay there, just for a few seconds. Allow your mental and energetical body to settle. Inhale deeply. Put your hands in prayer position in front of the chest. Open your eyes. Namaste.